Hello, come fly with me to mainland Korea. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Rogers. So in this video, I am taking a flight from Jeju, an island out of Korea, to fly back into mainland. And I thought I should, get a video and share with any or all my subscribers. So here I was waiting for the flight, and here we are waiting and the flight is being checked to ensure that everything is okay, and to make sure that the runway was actually empty. So Jeju is one of the domestic airports within Korea, and it's found in Jeju, one of the high touristic areas in Korea. So life is basically coming back to normal. The airports are packed and chopped, lots of people are flying there and back forward. So here the plane started running on the runway slowly and gradually, and he had to take his time because there were already other flight scheduled for other cities which were about to take off at this point. So we just had to follow the line and wait behind. And besides Jeju, we took Jin Airlines besides that. So here we're taking and getting ready to take off when it was already all approved and given a clear freeway for the pilot to take off. So here you can see us taking off Jeju, and we are flying up, and we had to fly right up to 7,000 meters feet above ground level. And here you can see the beauty of the Pacific Ocean. It's pretty amazing. The water is blue, and unlike the Atlantic Ocean, because I've also flown around the Atlantic Ocean, which also has its own peculiarity. So here we flew over the Pacific Ocean. It was really amazing, and this point we're still ascending up to 7,000 meters above ground level. And at this point it was shaking a lot of galloping, and I got a little bit scared. I wouldn't lie that, but the pilot assured us that it was just because of the excessive clouds. And here, when we flew right up to this level, you could start seeing some of the little patch islands which form up the Jeju Island, which are not habitable at this point, because it is not all the islands that are actually habitable or accessible to humans. So when you get up there, you can actually see some of these islands from above, and it's really, really beautiful. I find this pretty fascinating because one of my area of expertise, I'm an expert of environmental science, so I always find this pretty mind-blowing. And even though I'm working with the geology department in my current university, is still under the same field, same people, same story. So the mind, the environment, I always find it to be very exciting. So here you can see more of the islands, the patches of the islands. We are still flying over Jeju Island, and it's pretty big. The islands in Jeju are really big and a lot. I can't really tell for sure how many islands, but from what I hear, some of these islands can reach up to 1,000 of them if you want to count. Like I have a friend from Maldives. He said he have over 1,000 islands. So in Jeju, in the case of Jeju, I don't know specifically how many islands they've got in this case. So we kept flying, and I kept watching very closely because the sky was very clear. I've been to Jeju before, but the sky wasn't as clear as it is before, so all these features could not be seen from below. So today we were pretty lucky, and I sat by the window. My boss let me sit there to watch as much as I could, see how beautiful the islands are. They're really mind-blowing. And we get to see this because sometimes looking at satellite images, it doesn't really give you that image which you can fully appreciate and really enjoy, you know, all of that. So yeah, here you can see we're actually drifting away from the islands and we are gradually moving into inland. That's why you find more and more of the island patches trying to connect themselves or connecting themselves into with the main land area. And people who've studied geography or geology will understand that it is true to plate tectonics and weathering that these islands were being formed, so you can actually see and appreciate all of this. And I'm usually very fascinated by nature, by environment, how it changes, and all of that is really, really, mind blowing. And I personally love it. So if you're up there, you're flying, please try to look up outside. But it is not everybody who will definitely look out. Some people might have height fears or height problems, because either they can throw up or so, but it's not everybody who is biologically built for that. So yeah, you can see more. We're moving into the inland and you can see the lagoons and the weathering water and the agricultural lands, the forest, the natural forest, and all of that. Now here you can see a mountain, probably a volcanic area. It was probably active, let's say 3,000 years ago, because you can see the volcanic mounts are being closed, so they are not active volcanoes. But you never know when they can become active again. So here we are actually in the mainland and we are preparing to, to decline or to land in land, probably, let's say, 10 minutes after we landed. So you can see the mountains, they are very colorful because it is fall, and most of the trees in Korea are temperate trees, so they are preparing themselves, or to shed their leaves and prepare themselves for winter, and they are actually changing colors as well, and it makes everywhere look very, very beautiful, so you can see that. And if you look down, you probably see the cities. You can see the what is the major land use, and in this part of the country, in Korea, the major land use is agriculture, and they cultivate all sorts of crops from ginseng, radish, potatoes. So I can tell I have all this information because practically that's what my team researches on. So here we're preparing to land in one of the airports within Gangwon region. I was really surprised there's an airport there in Gangwon region. If you ever think of heading to Gangwon, you can probably think of boarding that flight. So here we finally landed safely back into Wonju airport, and thank God for that. So if you love my video, please make sure you do subscribe, like, and share.